Oh, excuse me. I don't know if I'm live yet. Oh, it says I am. All right. Hey, everyone. I was just on IG and said to myself, okay, I put my thing there. I did my thing. It's a nice, beautiful day out. A lot of people are going to be out and about. So I'm going to be switching some of my things that I do and then be coming evening before I go to bed type of thing. So I think that would be good. Okay, so first of all, let's set up the sacred space. This is a sacred space. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia. Glad to be here with you. Be So Light is all about let our soul light shine. Let us be our light. Let our be our starlight selves, our soul light self. However, that represents our light of ourselves. I wanted to come on here today. By the way, if you don't know me, Felicia Priestess Michaela 333 Instagram, as well as Niana. I wanted to come on here today, and I thought it was really interesting that I was I was at storage yesterday, and I had to take some of my stuff down to storage yesterday. And in the function of that, because I thought I was going to be on a meeting at 1, and it was at 11. I don't know why I kept thinking 1 o'clock, and I was on my way to my location back to the hotel, and come and find out that I missed the Zoom session. I was not okay. I was just like, are you kidding me? So right now, I'm just going to call in some beautiful divine light to just be here in this setting. So those of us that are here, we are here in this space. We are here to do this higher consciousness, to present this energy and be here. And I really want to talk about something really interesting. You know, how you're letting go of energies of people that kind of, they were a part of your life, and now they're not really there anymore. And there comes a time when you have to go snip, snip, snip. And I had to do that with some people this week. I had to go snip, snip, snip. And the only reason why I say that is because I've always stressed about, if you are not getting the same response back when you give, then you have to let it go. Okay. One of my talks that I did not too long ago was on the healing from divorce. It's gotten quite a few good views to assist people with that, and I'm pretty sure the number's going to still keep going up on that video that I did on Instagram. It's going to still keep going up because we divorce a lot of things. We divorce businesses, we divorce relationships, we divorce our partnerships with loved ones that we love, you know, that we're in love with, married to, union of the heart spirit. We divorce that. And we also divorce things in ourselves. We divorce things that don't make us happy anymore, that don't call to our spirits anymore. So we divorce a lot of those things. And I've been going through a lot of divorce. Let me just put it that way. I've been going through a lot of divorce. And the reason why I say that is because there are just some things that just were not sitting right with me. And I just needed to start divorcing that, getting away from that energy. So I kept seeing a notebook that has some information that I wrote in it about 6 or 7 years ago, but I didn't know why I was writing information. I didn't know why I was gathering the information, but all of a sudden the notebook started flashing itself. And I said, I have no idea where that notebook is. And then when I went to storage yesterday and I was putting all my birthday stuff in there and putting things in there, taking things out. Like I got these cards out because I wanted to start working with those. And I got the notebook out. Found it real easy. It was in one of my bags that I use when I travel back and forth to Puerto Rico. And I was like, oh, well, here's that information. It's in here. Maybe it's time to talk about it. So today, I'm going to talk about star beings. I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a multidimensional healer or a multidimensional being that can move through different timelines and do things, what that's like. For me personally, a lot of times I get lost in time. I do get confused on time as far as when is something at a certain time, I'll forget, blah, 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 or I get my time confused. And it's happened quite a few times because my energy is over in another timeline when I'm bouncing back and forth between that timeline, this timeline, and current. There's many different timelines happening at the same time. And there's many parts of ourselves on different timelines, energetically, spiritual-wise, that's helping on certain timelines. And one of my biggest things that I've been helping with is the children. Look at my face. The livelihood and the safety of women and children. When you see my face go like that, that means there's something that has been going on that has affected me in a way that is heavy on my heart. And I've been spiritually working with this. Had no idea until it was really being validated the next following day where I've been, what I've been doing, what I've been seeing, tunnels and stuff that's just been horrendous for me. Children. So, when I took this information down, I had no idea what it was about. And when I was drawn to these cards, I said there's a reason why this caught my eye right here. Because I see this play out a lot in Mount Shasta on different timelines. There was a time when we went to Mount Shasta, I think it was last summer. Me and my friends were up on the mountain and, you know, this was before COVID. We were up on the mountain and it was kind of like I got out and I've been going to Mount Shasta for years. So I know what that mountain feels like. I know when there's a shift happening on. I know when there's portals open. I know when things are shifting up there. I know when to go up there and when not to go up there. Okay. That's how in tune I am with that mountain. So on this particular day, I just remember when we got out of the car and in a certain spot where I always go, there's a signal, there's a marker where I always go. And I just remember getting out of the car and I remember I was trying to look up. And when I looked up, I became extremely dizzy. And I felt like I was floating out of my body. I felt like, whoa, what is this energy? I've never felt it like that before. It was very intense. It felt like something was right over us. You know, there's two of my other friends were with me. And each time, even when they looked up, they were like, oh, I can't even look up. What is that? I said, it's a spaceship that's right over us, hovering, and we can't see it, but we can feel it. And we had this sense of, it was so intense, we just couldn't look up. If we tried to look up to the sky or what, it was like we were just dizzy. That's how intense that energy was. And certain crafts have that intensity, because if you're not used to that energy, when they're hovering above you in their frequency, it's a little much because it feels foreign. It feels strange to you when you feel it. So I just remember feeling that, and I was just like, whoa. And then I was out over a friend's house, and I went out at nighttime, and I was looking up, and the same feeling hit me again, where I couldn't really look up, and I was like, huh. Then I remember when I was out in Arizona, and I looked up at nighttime in the sky again at a friend's house. Same thing. There was a spaceship right above the house. And I was like, huh. But you know what it is? It's dimensional and they are invisible. They cloak themselves. Some of them are losing their cloaking abilities. They want to be seen, but they try to shadow dance in clouds, thinking that we're not going to see them, or different kind of light things that happen, and they think we're not going to see them, and all this stuff that's going on. But I just remember having that feeling of their energy and how intense some of these crafts are. So the information that I was putting in the book, it's this notebook, kind of interesting. And I think what happened, I was doing research when you could get a lot of things on the internet, you can find things, and there's certain things you can't find now. They've been conveniently either moved, or you can't get access to them unless you go to the archives. The archives has everything. The archives has everything on it. Whatever has been taken off of the internet or whatever you're looking for and you can't find it, it's always sent to this huge historian archive that keeps every single thing that's ever hit the internet, no matter what platform it was on, no matter where it was, no matter what. It is in an archive, and you can find it, but you just got to know where to go to get that info. So I just remember when I wrote it down, it says golden key number, and it says, okay, number 1, calling on the Arcturians in extreme situation. Code number 55, chronic health. I have no idea. I can't even remember where I got this, but I know when I wrote this down, it was during 2014. There you go. 2014 when I was writing this down. Arcturian liquid crystal teachers deactivate negative energies. Number 56. The Arcturian golden cylinder. Number 57, it helps to remove the toxic mucus unwanted implants. Like I said, I don't even remember where I got this from, but I was just told to write it down. Okay. Number 58, the Arcturian prana wind machine. Number 60, the Arcturian voltage increase of spiritual flow. Number 62, I think it went into, no, 62 is Arcturian reprogramming your biochemical etheric makeup. Number 61 is the Arcturian plating system, resurrecting your entire being. Number 63, the higher dimensional healing team and temples, the inner plane healing masters, okay? The higher dimensional healing teams and temples of the inner plane healing masters. Number 64, the etheric healing masters and restoring your divine blueprint. Repair etheric damage of the past life and this life. Number 65, the acupressure healing masters. Ascending Masters Acupressure Healing Team. Number 65. Now, I think that's really interesting because I wanted to go into acupuncture, but I did acupressure, instead, but I'm doing acupressure with Moxa with frequency codes, which I find very interesting how this one, number 65, energy is there. Okay, number 66 is Dr. Lorferin and the Galactic Healers, Serious Healing, Lorfin, Lorphan. Number 67, color baths in the inner plane, healing temples for bed and relaxing healing colors, pool of water. Okay, number 68, healing must be done on all levels, healing, disease, and the physical body. Number 69, clearing with the fear removal matrix. Clearing the fear removal matrix. Remove fear from the 4 bodies. Okay, so when it says the 4 bodies, it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. The matrix also pulls out astral entities, astral disease, gray fields, and mends and realigns the etheric light grid. Number 70, removal of the etheric toxic debris. It removes etheric darts and needle bullets. Let me say that again. Number 70, removal of etheric toxic debris. Removes etheric darts, needle, bullets. Number 71, clearing the etheric filters through your personal color coding. Number 72, adjusting the etheric web. Number 73, clearing of pets, neutralizing negative alien implants and elementals off of animals. Interesting. We never really think about that, our animals. We're always talking about us going through all of our upgrades, but the frequency when it goes up, depending on your animal's health, they might not be able to handle the frequency, so they just go off. They get sick. Some just die immediately. Most are getting sick, and they just gradually start to deteriorate. Number 74 is clearing all implants from the energy field. Remove negative implants and thought forms. Yes. Number 75, requesting a complete genetic clearing all weakness from the body, physical, and past life. Number 76, the cosmic cellular cleaning. We clear the entire cellular structure back through the first incarnation on Earth. Interception and incarnation on Earth. Okay, I want you to sit with that because these are the notes that I made. Written out. And I still have no clue where I got it from. I think I was researching something. I saw it on something. And I even went in to try to research this last night, the night before, trying to figure out where I got it from. And I can't find it anywhere. Don't know where I got it from. Can't remember. And the reason why I can't remember is because we have gone through so many increases, so many timeline changes, that whatever you remembered 5 or 6 years ago, unless it's something that you definitely need to remember, you're not going to remember it. It's kind of like having amnesia. That it fades away with that timeline. It goes away with that timeline. So you're not gonna remember it. So that has played a key part of everything with me with these notes. So I kept going through my notebook, and I'm just trying to piece together the pieces. And this happens a lot with people who are healers, time jumpers, star seeds. We write a lot of things down. We always research things, write things down, don't remember where we got it from. But then when we need it, or when it's time to bring it forward, boom, it's like you go back wherever you put it, you know it's time, you keep seeing a flash of something, you got to grab it and bring it forward and get it out there. My human design, I had a human design reading done 2 days ago. It was dead on point. I am a truth speaker. I bring information from way out in the cosmos, and I bring it here to share with people. I'm the great storyteller of things that are need to be known. Okay. I gravitate to crystals, mountain places. I'm in that I'm a manifestor generator, a time bender. That's me. And that was really kind of cool because it makes a lot of sense on what I can do as far as things I've seen, things I've encountered. This world is big, yet small at the same time. Yet there's a lot that goes on. And I feel like as we evolve into our next part of ourselves, moving into this beautiful Aquarian energy that we're moving into, setting it, the tone and everything in these nice energy that's flowing, it's just causing a lot more shifting in ourselves. So pay attention if you've written something and you get a push, like you got to bring that forward, like you got to look at that or something. You come across a notebook and you sit back and you say to yourself, I don't even remember writing this. This is why a lot of us write in journals. This is why. I have journals that I've written some things that I was doing, and it's all in the journal, handwritten. Okay? So it's handwritten information put into the journal. Let's see. Yeah, just trying to, don't know why or don't remember when I got that and put it together. This is interesting. Wow. I'm not going to talk about this one. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Very dimensional. Okay. So, let's talk about something. Let's talk about the dimensions. Okay? Because as we keep moving into these different energies, if you understand your energies and understand different timelines and basically understanding the dimensions. Let me just put it that way. So Let's just go. Let me see if I can pull up with the fourth. This will be interesting. Let me see if it's in here. Okay. Fourth dimension, the realm of human collective mind and feeling. Okay. Fifth dimension is the realm of love held in the form by the Pleiadians and express the energy of the whole universe. Okay. Let's look at sixth dimension. Sixth dimension is the realm of the geometric forms that replicate in 3D, and is held in the form of the Sirians. Okay, 7. Let's see what that one looks like. The realm of cosmic sound and galaxy communication system, and whose keeper is Andromedan. So when we get to the 7th dimension, which is only not too long from now, when we get to that field, some of us can go in and out of these dimensions at will. That is all about Andromeda, which is not too far away from us. That spinning, beautiful star system out in the cosmos that spins. I've always been fascinated with that. I wonder why. Just wondering. Then the 8th dimension. Let me see what that is. The definition of it is the realm of divine mind, image and organization level as it runs by the Galactic Federation and the keepers of the 8th dimension. Okay, so, and that is from this. Okay, this book. So I like how they break things down and they talk about it on a collective level. But one thing that was something I came across, and they were talking about nanotechnology. And it was a movie or something that I was watching. And they were talking about, it was Kingsman, the Kingsman movie. He was talking about is a nano particle that you can give someone, and then you flip a switch on the pin to activate it, and it can blow the person up from the inside. It just disintegrates them on the inside, kills them from the inside. And I started thinking about nanoparticles. And I was contemplating this. And I started thinking about the movie Prometheus, and then the Covenant, Aliens, the Covenant. Okay, they actually go in a little bit more to talk about nanoparticles, how alive they are, whether they're artificial or what. And I remember in Prometheus, when the artificial AI person got a seedling of that. Now, remember, the movie opens up where you see this being. He's dropped off on the top of this rock. The ship flies away. He's given this thing to drink, and he drinks it. And it's all these tiny little black little extension particles that kind of connect to each other. Now, this is the interesting part. This isn't a movie, but not too long ago, I saw this where they were talking about nanoparticle technology, where it would be used for healing, where it grows into cells, mimics like cells. but they're artificial. They're not live cells. They're AI cells. So in the movie Prometheus, when you see he takes this drink in, and then all of a sudden those beings start spreading out, and then all of a sudden, boom, his body disintegrates, and he falls into the water. Parts of him falls into the water, and it goes into the water, but it's still all this connection DNA of what he is. And then when you see it in the Covenant of Alien, where they go to the planet, it looks very much kind of like Earth, but they're not really sure. And then when they come across a couple of these pod things, they step on it, and these particles come out. They look for a host. They go into the ear. They went into the nose, and however, and went inside, and then got in there, and then grew, and then did their thing, their alien thing, their xenomorph thing. So I kind of was looking at that, and I said, nanoparticles, they're so small, smaller than the tip of the pin. You can't even see them with a naked eye. They're that small. And these particles can get in anywhere and be into the body. They just have to have an entrance. They have to be entered some kind of way into the body. Okay? So when you are dealing with those particles, they can be programmed. They have their own artificial intelligence. They can go in, set up hosting, maybe in the digestive tract, maybe in tissues, maybe wherever it's going to land. Because like in the movies, they just show it goes in and it lands somewhere like in the ear, and it took up place in the ear, or it landed somewhere down in the stomach and it took up place there. What I'm saying here is it goes through the body and can land. And because they show that these particles have a memory of DNA, they knew how to flow into a DNA chain. And they show themselves in a DNA. They are programmed to go into a DNA and to hook into that. I found that interesting. If you have not paid attention to that, go look at the movie Prometheus, and then follow it up with the movie The Covenant, Alien the Covenant. Okay? Follow it up with that, and you'll see exactly how these particles move. Now, the reason why that's coming up is because I strongly believe in 100% that a lot of things that we see in these movies are playing themselves out. They're playing their roles out. They're playing their expressions out. They're playing their clues to certain things. So it's key to pay attention to how the movie is playing. What are some of the things you're seeing in the movie? How is that playing out? What is the hidden gesture in the movie? Okay, in Prometheus, the artificial AI, he gets his hand on one of those nanoparticles. Okay, he gets it, he puts his finger on it, it's attached to his finger. He goes into the room talking to this other man, making him a drink. And he takes his drink, and he's like this the whole time. You gotta watch him, because he's got his hand on the drink like this, and then he goes like this, puts it into the drink, and then gives it to the guy. And then the guy takes the drink and he drinks it, but he doesn't see how the artificial guy went like that, put that in the water, and he drinks it. So now he's a host, not even knowing it, because he dipped it in there. He is a host, doesn't even know it until it starts growing and he starts getting sick. He got a fever. He started sweating. He started having shortness of breath, like he couldn't breathe. and they're trying to figure out what's going on with them. So they're trying to come back to the ship after they go out, and come back to the ship. And they're like, no, can't let you on a ship. You're contaminated. We got to wait until you're quarantined. Da, 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 the whole thing, how it plays out. And then he realizes, I got something in me, a foreign alien being, or maybe a xenomorph. And then boom, he like takes himself out, how the movie plays out. But the hidden point I'm talking about is these particles. How small these particles, and these particles are very much so, not going to be, are very much so in our atmosphere. Period. In our atmosphere. These little particles, tiny little particles. Just think about it. So I'm just saying, when you look at certain movies and just what I read to you, and our planet is so old with so much history, layers upon layers of things that we have been incarnated in time and time again, and seen and been a part of, and we just forget until someone comes along and shakes it up a little bit to make you remember to take a look. But I just wanted to come on and share that with you about that. I was going to do light language, but I'm going to put it on my Telegram instead, because I'm just really sitting with a lot of timeline information that's really interesting. And I know a lot of you are experiencing it. You're waking up feeling kind of out of sorts, like left side of the body maybe kind of took a hit. Today is the first day I was able to do a ballet position of a Batma, forward kick. Finally, it's taken me almost 4.5 months to get that strength back to be able to do that. 4.5 months, that's a long time to be in and out of an injury on my left side. But now I understand why that's been happening, because of places that I've been going into and dealing with. So, and it's just not me. There's others. There's a whole bunch of others. We just know. So pay attention to some of the things I just said. If it rings true to you, do your research, connect, pay attention to that intuitive hit you get on certain things that you have to get or go through. You probably wrote something down and you don't remember why you were writing it down. And you put it away. And now you got to go back. Because at that time when you collected that information, that was at that time you need to get it. So sometimes the information is not for at that time, it's for maybe now. Maybe there's a reason, a timeline that's activated where you can bridge the gap with that, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I just wanted to hop on and share that and bring that into fruition. I'd like to thank all of you for being a part of Be So Light, and how, I get a lot of feedback from a lot of you. Some of the things I'm saying, it's helping you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had an interesting dream. I had a dream last night. I was in New Orleans. And I thought it was really interesting. I was walking down the streets, and I was a little upset because it looked like I came there to be there at Mardi Gras. And I had just read something, I think last night, where they were saying they're not going to have things open on Mardi Gras and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? But I just remember I was walking down in the old part of New Orleans, and I was just feeling like, wow, what's going on? What's happening? There was nobody around. I was just walking, and nobody was around. I was walking down a whole Bourbon Street, all down up in there. French Quarters, all of that. It's really interesting. So I'm thinking of doing something, but I'm going to put it all together and I'm going to sit with it. And I'm going to go over my human design charts again because the information was very cool. Very, very, very cool. I think it was just awesome, the human design. So with that being said, I just want all of you to really just stay true to the self, stay focused, follow those hunches, follow the heart, stay with it, ask yourself, is it Memorex? Is it real or not real? What's going on? Am I watching a movie or did this actually really happen? What am I seeing? Ask yourself, what role are you playing? Where are you in yourself, your true self, of who you are, what you're doing? Who's coming at night talking to you, giving you information? Where are you going at night and coming back tired? Like, wow, where have I been? Because you got to readjust yourself on this timeline. There's a lot of us doing so much work, holding space, gritting light on this planet right now because we have to. We have to do it. To intensify the love on this planet, we have to. The intensity of holding love on this planet right now is needed in such dramatic amount of energy. The human mind could not conceive the amount of love energy that we have to pull in on this planet. The human mind could not even conceive it. That's how much is needed. Kind of interesting, isn't it? But I just wanted to come on and deliver that message because that's what I do. Deliver the message. Love energy in its highest intense form is what's needed. And if everyone could just get on the love train, we would see things that would just blow our minds away. Things that we would never think that we were possible of would come right out. Did you get your ticket for the love train? Where are you sitting? Where's your seat? Are you sitting on the train? I sure hope the hell you are. I really do hope you are sitting on the love train because that's what it's going to take to finish everything out intensely. Intense amount of love like you've never seen or felt before. Just saying. Just saying. All right, lovelies. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's a beautiful day out. Go out and get into nature, get some sun, get some of those light coups. And maybe you don't want to do all that. Maybe you just want to pamper yourself. Maybe you just want to get a massage and soak in some good oils. And maybe you want to get in a nice hot bath. And maybe you just want to sit and write and just be to yourself. Maybe you just want to rest. Maybe you just want to have fluids all day and drink water. Maybe that's all you want to do. Do it. All right, lovelies. Be good to yourselves. I will talk to you soon. Much love to all of you. Be good to yourselves. Be soul light. Bye.